Hello, and welcome to episode 160 of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. This channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'm reviewing a random game, War of the Bugs. War of the Bugs was released in 1981 by Food and Fun Corp. My first time playing this game was on MAME. War of the Bugs is a shooter game in which you control your shooter with an 8-way joystick and a fire button. The track screen states that the game is also referred to as Monsterous Manouvers in a mushroom maze. You need to shoot a continuous barrage of enemies that are trying to attack your shooter. The first noticeable thing about this game is that it looks and plays a lot like the Atari game Centipede. The gameplay takes place amid a field of spotted mushrooms. Instead of a static black background, gameplay takes place amid a moving star field similar to Galaga. The playfield is 28 mushrooms wide and 28 mushrooms high, although there will never be mushrooms on the bottom row. You can destroy these mushrooms with your shots. Shooting a mushroom will change the color as well as the spots on it. Shooting it a second time will return it to the original color, although this time the spots will not change color. Shooting it a third time will cause it to disappear. Shooting these mushrooms will award points each time you hit one. The game begins with your shooter on the lower left side of the playfield. Just below your ship on the lowest part of the playfield will be the hit value display. This display will show the value of the last enemy you hit. You can move your ship anywhere in the bottom third of the playfield, although you can't move through the mushrooms. Once the round begins, a 12-segmented snake-shaped bug will begin attacking. This bug will attack horizontally and will turn every time it hits either end or a mushroom, and it will drop down one row and reverse direction. This bug will have a head and a tail. Shooting a center segment of the bug will cause it to split into two segments, and now each segment will have a head and a tail. If this bug is down to one segment, it will have both a head and a tail. Anytime you shoot a segment of a bug, a mushroom will take its place. Once you destroy all 12 segments, a new 12-segmented bug will appear, although now it will be a different color, although the mushrooms will remain the same color. Occasionally, a centipede-looking bug will attack from the right side of the playfield. The centipede will bounce around the bottom half of the playfield. The centipede will leave at the bottom left of the playfield. The centipede will be able to move through the mushrooms, although it will not harm them. Beginning with level 2, the centipede will return to the right after hitting the left wall of the playfield. On later levels, the centipede will bounce back from both walls. Also on later levels, there will be multiple centipedes that will appear at the same time. You can shoot the centipede for extra points. Contacting the centipede will cost you a life. In addition, a spider will attack from the top of the playfield. The spider will attack vertically downward. This spider will leave extra mushrooms in its path. You could shoot the spider for points. Similarly to the centipede, later levels will have more than one spider attacking at once. Contacting the spider will cost you a life. There will also be a scorpion that will move across the lower part of the playfield in an attempt to hit your shooter. If the scorpion contacts a mushroom, it will change it into a small bush. The bush will affect the bugs the same way as the mushrooms. You can shoot these bushes for big points. If the scorpion contacts your shooter, it will cost you a life. Anytime you lose a life, several of the mushrooms will disappear before your next life begins, although I was unable to determine the logic as to which mushrooms will disappear. You will earn bonus points for each of these mushrooms. Each time you begin a new life, the mushroom colors will change. Occasionally, you will begin the next life with a different layout of mushrooms. Scoring for the game is as follows. For shooting the mushrooms, you will earn 40 points for shooting them the first time, 30 points for shooting them the second time, and 20 points for shooting them the third and final time. You earn 900 points for shooting the bushes, 100 points for shooting any segment of the snake-like bugs, 600 points for shooting the scorpion, and 5,000 points for shooting the spider, although the scoring table on the attract screen has a scoring for the spider and the scorpion reversed. You'll also earn a mystery score for shooting each centipede. I really wasn't a fan of this game due to the sound effects as well as the extreme similarity to the game Centipede, and would only recommend playing it if you really want to check out the differences for yourself. I like this game more than Gunsmoke, but not as much as Super Galaxian, so War of Bugs shoots its way into the 152nd position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos every Sunday.